back of this court ruling. I want to go back to that court ruling and get a bit more granular. Goldman out with a note this morning saying the ruling will reduce tariffs by just under 7%, but then also noting that the president has a lot of other methods to impose tariffs, and some of the tariffs, including tariffs on steel, aluminum, and autos, those are imposed on a different set of powers, so those are going to remain unchanged. So some more to watch out there to see if the administration tries to impose tariffs under a different section. That's what it's called. We also cannot forget, it's hard to believe that we're not talking about that right off the bat. NVIDIA, the chip maker, had its earnings yesterday, beating expectations for revenue and profit, and also issuing a positive outlook going forward. That's moving mega cap tech names like an Amazon and Apple higher, both of them more than 2% higher. I just checked a short time ago. Those so-called stocks that make up the Magnificent Seven, they make up about a third of the S&P 500. So there's two big factors moving the markets higher this morning. So beyond the market, the big question is, what does this all mean for the general economy? We had the chief economist of Apollo Global on my show earlier, really respected voice on the economy. He says, with what we know today, the risk of stagflation, that's slowing growth and higher inflation, it's reduced pretty significantly. And then also less inflation, that theoretically increases the chances of the Federal Reserve cutting rates. And you mentioned that some people may be learning about the Court of International Trade for the first time today, but we've all heard about the Supreme Court. The administration plans to appeal this ruling. This case could go all the way to the highest court of the land. So there could be more shifts when it comes to trade policy, also just more developments for the market. So a sigh of relief today, but certainly the book is not closed on this story.
Yeah, Frank, thank you so much. And Joe Mika, to his point, the Trump administration also saying that this is far from over. They've already, Department of Justice has already sent notice they're going to appeal. There is a sense this could end up in the Supreme Court. And I am told that there's no rethinking of strategy, at least not yet from the president. I know there was some speculation last night, some wishful thinking perhaps from some other Republicans I heard from, that this may be an off-ramp for President Trump, that you could blame the courts, but then actually back away from some of the tariffs because of the impact on the markets, because of the impact potentially down the road on the economy if these deals don't go through and we start seeing supply chain issues and the like. But this is, Joe, as you well know, something the president has believed in for a very long time. And at least now, I'm told he doesn't plan to alter course.
So I'm going to say this slowly. So our billionaire friends on Wall Street and our multi-millionaire friends on Wall Street who trade every day can understand it. You thought that Donald Trump was just talking when he kept campaigning and promising to provide tariffs. He wasn't. He's been saying that since 1987. And I have it on very good authority that people that are saying Donald Trump is backing down on tariffs and there's an off-ramp, that Donald Trump does not believe there is an off-ramp for tariffs. And people running around saying that he always backs down or he chickens out. Why don't you just invite him to put more tariffs on more countries? He's not backing down on tariffs. It is one of the driving forces of his political life and his political being. There is no off-ramp. All right, let me say that again. There is no off-ramp. He is going to continue looking for opportunities to put tariffs on other countries that he believes have an unfair trade advantage on us, whether we believe it, whether Wall Street traders believe it or not, whether economists believe it or not. There is no off-ramp.
Okay.
Well, I
think
seriously,
yourself clear.
these are supposed to be the smartest financial minds in the world. They're far from it. They keep misreading him.
I've heard the same thing.
There's not an off-ramp on this. He believes in tariffs. He's going to continue to believe in tariffs, and saying that he's chickening out or that there's an off-ramp on tariffs, as Jonathan said, it's wishful thinking.
I totally agree, and I've heard the same people say, I didn't think he'd do it. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we've got a lot more to get to, including the president's ongoing escalating feud with Harvard and ongoing challenges on the world stage with Vladimir Putin and Benjamin Netanyahu. We'll be right back.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into